We're all gonna die. Hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. This is my brother Matt.
Hello.
You fucking ruined it. But we're here with another episode of the Valenti VOD, we've got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the myth, the legend, Elon Musk, Herr Elon, Commandant Elon, who was sig heiling the other day in front of the entire world.
I don't trust them, dude.
He's suddenly and coincidentally, one might say, giving a speech at a Nazi rally in Germany. Now, when I say Nazi rally, I'm talking about the AFD, the Alternative für Deutschland party in Germany, which has been on the rise for a couple of years. And if you don't know much about the AFD, all you really got to know is that their leader is the descendant of a very high-ranking Nazi. Her name is, what the fuck is it? Vidal? Alice Vidal. Her grandfather was a very high-ranking Nazi, pretty close to Hitler. A lot of the other members of the party are descendants of the Nazis because, don't forget, we only hung 10 Nazis at the Nuremberg trials. The rest of those guys, they had children, they passed on their ideologies. Now, when we were setting up for this video, Matt said that he didn't really know much about the AFD.
I genuinely have not been... Look, I've been so intertwined with American politics that I just have not caught up with international. And I honestly, shame on me. I
was going to say, I don't think you're the only person. I think most Americans probably have no idea what the AFD is, and they hear Elon Musk give speech at the AFD, then they find out that's the alt-right party in Germany, and most Americans probably go, who gives a fuck? Yeah, meanwhile, yeah.
Dude, that's a crazy photo.
There's Alice Vidal on the right. That's the current leader of the AFD. Elon Musk was just shaking her, or not, he was actually doing it over Zoom, but Elon Musk is a huge proponent of the AFD, but she's the leader of it, and there's her grandfather on the left side.
That's some scary-ass shit. All right, so where am I?
She's one of the co-leaders of the AFD. Alternative für Deutschland.
I know nothing about this, and we're going to learn together.
The far-right Alternative for Germany party has won Sunday's election in the eastern state of Thuringia, where it's considered by German intelligence to be an extremist organization that threatens democracy.
The first far-right party projected to win a state election since the Second World War.
Sollte der Kanzler Olaf Scholz die Konsequenzen ziehen und die Koffer packen und die Stühle räumen.
What is the AFD?
Is a far-right party that was founded 11 years ago, and its DNA is quite interesting because it didn't begin as this anti-immigration, anti-Islam party. Its focus was actually the Eurozone crisis, and
makes sense.
Was started by these German economists, so quite straight-laced men who were critical of the bailouts that were...
How'd you fuck it up?
Well, so pause it for a second. This is also the thing that you see like in American politics. It's not like the Republican Party was founded by a whole bunch of fucking racists. It wasn't. The Republican Party was founded by people like Abraham Lincoln, right? 1853, they were fighting against slavery.
But they also evolved from Federalist Party and other parties too.
That's not my point. My point is that the founding of a party does not mean that it will always be like that. Things change over time. And for the AFD in Germany, because of how close they are to their Nazi past, it only took 11 years for the AFD to go from this, pro-economy. All we care about is making Germany great again and fixing the economy. By the way, Make Germany Great Again is Alice Vidal's slogan.
Oh my God.
Which, I don't know if you guys know this, that was also Hitler's slogan.
Do we blame... Really?
Yes, Make Germany Great Again was Hitler's. He's the one who coined that.
And then Reagan had Make America Great Again?
Yes.
So really? Reagan
yes.
took that from fucking Hitler?
From Adolf fucking Hitler. Make Germany Great Again was Adolf Hitler's slogan.
I don't want to believe you. That's the whole thing.
You don't have to believe me. It's fact. It's fact.
All right, wait.
You want to keep going? Let's keep going. Let's finish it.
By Germany to countries of Southern Europe.
There are countries which clearly cannot live up to the competitive pressure exerted by the euro. We ask for a gradual withdrawal of the Southern European countries from the Eurozone.
And then the party, in the course of that time, has really morphed and they get more and more radical.
Ich kann Ihnen sagen, Burkas, Kopftuchmädchen und alimentierte Messermänner und sonstige Taugenichtse werden unseren Wohlstand, das Wirtschaftswachstum...
Pause it and go back. Replay what this German... I'm gonna read it out loud for people. I can tell you, burkas, headscarf girls, sponsored men with knives...
Kopftuchmädchen und alimentierte Messermänner und sonstige Taugenichtse werden unseren Wohlstand...
And other good-for-nothing people will not secure our prosperity... Now, guys,
unseren Wohlstand, das Wirtschaftswachstum
economic growth and
und vor
above
allem
all
den
else, the
Sozialstaat
welfare
nicht.
state. This is exactly the shit that you hear in America, except we don't really have a problem with, like, Muslim immigrants as much as we have the southern border, right? So replace everything she's saying in German, where she's talking about burqas and headscarves, right? And replace it with, like, Mexicans coming over the border in caravans, right?
Well,
and they're
Central American, 'cause
rapists.
they're not all,
I know,
we
but
don't really know where a lot of the migrants are
that's
from.
not what I'm saying. This is what the Republican Party says, that people are crossing they're coming in through Mexico. They're immigrants, they're rapists, and they're murderers, and they're saying it in English. And this woman is saying the exact same fucking thing. She's saying these immigrants, they're coming over here, they're wearing burqas, they're all rapists, they got knives, they're murderers, they're no good for our country. And you know who the last fucking person in Germany who said this stuff was Adolf fucking Hitler, who coincidentally your grandfather knew very well. That's and then the thing is, I bet you Americans who support Trump some of them would be horrified by this simply because they're speaking in German. And they wouldn't be able to recognize the fucking parallels.
So these people, this party won.
Yeah,
right?
They've been winning over and over again all over Germany.
So is celebrating a when's this from?
Germany's election, by the way, is in February.
So this article is from September 2nd, 2024. Okay. Celebrating a historic success with a big victory on the eastern side of
Thuringia.
I don't know anything about
Thuringia.
AFD won almost a third of the vote.
They're gaining more popularity all across Germany's. What the fuck? They don't have states in Germany. I think they have. It's like they just have like different fucking areas. I don't even know what they're called. Almost like how in Canada.
Results gave the
territories.
CDU. I don't know what the CDU is. Just ahead of the AFD. Again, far ahead of the three parties running the national government: the Social Democrats, Greens, and Chancellor Olaf Scholz, what a German name. They were bitter and called the other mainstream parties to form state governments without the far right. The AFD is damaging the country. So basically, the AFD won these elections, and then the people running the country said.
Now, what's interesting is a lot of the far right parties throughout Europe, like specifically in like France, they won't even accept the AFD, because even the far right parties in Spain and in France, they're like, hey, we're far right. But the AFD, they're fucking Nazis. And I find it, I don't find it coincidental that Elon Musk, a man who was raised in South Africa, apartheid, whose parents and grandparents were vocally supportive of apartheid because they were benefiting from it. This man who Sig Heiled in front of the whole world after Trump won his victory is now giving a speech at the AFD's fucking rallies. Now, hold on. Before we change anything, we did not doctor this picture. That is a flag. That is a German flag that someone is holding. And the fucking placement is insane. It's insane. I think it speaks volumes, Sometimes this shit, like, it can't all just be coincidental. It isn't.
Where does he speak? Where does this fucking...
We have his whole speech. Why don't we just listen to it at like 1.25 speed, 1.5 speed?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see if on this article it pulled anything up. Okay.
He says a lot of fucked up shit. We have the whole speech here, guys. We're going to listen to it in 1.5 speed.
I think some things that, something I think that is just very important is that people take pride in Germany and being German. This is very important. It's okay to be proud to be German. This is
one thing, guys. Also, Luigi, no barking. One thing, guys. Elon Musk, I haven't even watched this entire speech in full. I don't think Matt has seen this at all. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call this right now. Elon Musk will probably do a very usual thing that a lot of people do when they spew horrible bullshit in rallies. It's called the sandwich method. He's probably going to say something that is true and hard to dispute, and then a whole bunch of in the beginning, a whole bunch of bullshit, and then something true and hard to dispute at the end. And the first thing he's saying here, which is like, it's okay to be proud to be German. Of course it is. If you're a German watcher, you're German. It's okay to be fucking German.
Our ancestors
are German.
Actually, I think they came over before World War I. Actually,
yes,
they came through Canada.
But the idea of being ashamed of what your ancestors did if they did something insane is so that you learn the lessons of their mistakes, right? It's not a bad thing to identify. Like if you have slave-owning great grandparents, it's okay to be like, yeah, no, that was fucked up. I'm ashamed that my great grandparents were slave owners.
And that's progress of a society. Right?
Exactly, is owning up and moving on.
You learn from the mistakes of your countrymen and your families, and you do better for the next generation because, you know, we're all trying shit.
Yeah.
And that's where the comment, where the phrase the wrong side of history, the right or the good side of history. You want to be on the right side of history. That phrase is essential. Anyway, let's get back to the richest man in the world who's buying elections left and right. Oh, wrong one.
This is a very important principle, and it's okay, it's good to be proud of German culture, German values.
Here's the truth,
and not to lose that in some sort of
here's the bullshit
multiculturalism that dilutes everything. You know, I think we want to have unique cultures in the world. We want to have.
See, he was talking about diluting their culture,
dude. What do they call America, particularly New York City? The melting pot. Like, we have Chinatown, we have Little Italy, we have all these places. What do you mean you don't want to? What did he say? You don't want to dilute with multiculturalism?
Multiculturalism is diluting them. That's, by the way, pause it one more time. Diluting your blood is like what Hitler said about to the German people. It's like the Jews, the Romani people, all these people, they are diluting the German blood.
Okay, it's good to be proud of German culture, German values, and not to lose that in some sort of multiculturalism that dilutes everything. You know, I think we want to have unique cultures in the world. We want to have people that have, you know, we don't want everything to be the same everywhere, where it's just one big sort of soup. You know, we want
one big sort of soup, like you're talking about. He does not like the melting pot. I bet you when he comes to New York City, he thinks it's disgusting because there are Arabs and whites and blacks and all this shit.
Are you kidding me?
Well, this is why I'm trying to get chat. This is important, and look at Matt's face. Like this is a Nazi rally. This is the richest man on planet Earth giving his speech at a Nazi. The only reason why there are no swastikas is because that's illegal in Germany. If it wasn't illegal, they would be up there. They just can't do it.
This man.
And the reason why they can't Sig Heil him is because they'd all go to prison.
And this man
just bought the U.S. government.
Is going to be the one running the Department of Government Efficiency, is the richest man in the world, and literally just I think he spent something around $250 million on the inauguration of Donald Trump, donating to his campaign.
Yeah, but it didn't cost that much money, no shot.
No.
Oh, donating to the campaign.
He donated that to the campaign. And then within, I believe, the first week of Donald Trump's election, Elon's stock rose over $1 billion.
Oh, just a coincidence.
So
just
here,
a coinky
I gotta show you this. I need to know this. I need to know this now. Sorry, you're all coming on the journey.
No, it's okay.
Me.
Well, Matt,
how much money did Elon Musk give Trump campaign? At least $250 million. So at least $277 million. How much did Elon Musk's stock rise
since inauguration?
Since Trump winning election.
Can you just?
Oh, Elon is $15 billion richer,
and Trump is $7 billion richer.
So you make a fucking $250 million investment, and you make a $15 billion return. Well, first of all, who wouldn't make that bet? But the fact that this bourgeoisie, fucking immigrant welfare queen asshole,
deport Elon,
who can't even run for fucking president, can buy the presidency, then he's going to threaten other places like European leaders.
MEGA is on the rise. MEGA, remember MAGA, Make America Great Again? MEGA is on the rise. And I've been trying to fucking warn people on TikTok. MEGA is the next movement. He wants to take over the entire goddamn planet because Elon Musk is a fucking supervillain.
So apparently,
we got to keep watching his speech, but we could no. Pull back up what you had. I want to go through whatever you want to see. What is this? How the roots of the PayPal mafia extended to the apartheid? Oh yeah, what is this about? How Elon Musk's family are connected to apartheid South Africa?
Right. When Elon Musk's arm shot out, blah 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 blah. But in the fired up debate,
no, it keeps going down.
Speculations focused on whether his roots are apartheid.
Here it is. Elon Musk is part of the PayPal mafia of libertarian billionaires with roots in South Africa under white rule. Now he's influential in the U.S. industry. Peter Thiel, German-born billionaire, venture capitalist, and PayPal co-founder. educated in South African society in the 1970s, where Hitler was still openly venerated. By the way, Elon Musk's parents and grandparents were very openly supportive of Hitler, just like he is.
No, I think they were supportive of apartheid. I don't know about.
I believe they were also supportive of Hitler.
I don't know.
Most people who supported apartheid were. You hear that? That's Luigi digging in the background.
Okay, Musk's formative years in the 80s came amid a cauldron of rebellion in the black townships, which grew state of emergency and bloody crackdown. South Africa, into which Elon Musk was born. Who's saying this? Vorster made no secrets of his Nazi sympathizers. Okay, anyway, I think we... where is it? Anyway, it seems like... I remember
in schools, Christian nationalist education sought to forge a South African identity around a singular version of the country's history. Musk and Thiel were taught that the Afrikaner, mostly the descendants of Dutch colonizers, were the real victim of South Africa's strife, whether at the hands of grasping British imperialists or treacherous Zulu chiefs. So this guy was taught as a child under South African apartheid. The education he got was a racist, white supremacist education. It should not surprise you that he's probably angry that the place he grew up in, when he was in power as a white man, everything was shattered. You know, like, he's the modern version of like a slave owner back when slavery was abolished, bitching and moaning because he and his family owned an emerald mine and probably, you know, took advantage of a lot of Africans to fucking harvest all those emeralds. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, and on top of that,
okay, here it is. This goes deep roots. And this is the thing. Again, if Elon Musk had grandparents who were Nazi sympathizers, that doesn't really fall on Elon Musk. But if Elon Musk is going to continue, if he's going to continue supporting this fucking shit, then you are endorsing that.
Or you just get blocked out from a paywall.
Yeah.
Go back to Elon's speech. Can we just keep watching it? Because this is important news. People want to see this.
Something where it's you go to different countries and you experience a different culture, and it is unique and special and good, and that the German government takes actions to protect its citizens and make sure that it seeks the health and well-being of the German people. I'm a the German people are sort of really an ancient nation, goes back thousands of years.
Can you pause? I need to say one thing that has nothing to do with anything Elon Musk is saying, none of the substance he's saying. He's terrible at public speaking. This is awful. This is hard to watch. Regardless of the substance, this is terrible public speaking.
He doesn't have flow. He doesn't have flow.
Let's keep watching.
You're clicking the wrong thing.
You know, I was even, you should sort of read Julius Caesar's account of like first encountering the German tribes in the Gaulic campaigns, and he was like,
German.
Wow, very impressive. These are very, very powerful warriors. So like, I think there's like, frankly, too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not be guilty of the sins of their parents, or even let alone their parents, their great grandparents, maybe even. And we should be optimistic and excited about a future for Germany.
See, here's the thing, guys. That message, children should not be guilty of the crimes of their fathers. No one's disputing that. But also, here's the thing. Unironically, you're talking to a crowd full of people whose grandparents were Nazis. Unironically, this time he's talking about the Nazis. He's saying that you should not feel guilty about the crimes of your Nazi grandparents, right? Now, they're not guilty. He said punished. Nobody is trying to punish the 20-year-old Germans whose grandfathers were fucking Nazis. Nobody's trying to do that.
I think he's really overplayed his hand here, and literally the entire media is trying to whitewash what he did. You just need to see this. So all of them are calling it an awkward gesture.
Elon Musk salute, awkward gesture.
People are saying, oh no, it wasn't this, it was actually that. Or also there's whataboutism of Where was it? Didn't you show me a TikTok?
Oh, yeah. Open up the TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, I saw this TikTok. Make sure it's muted. It is muted because copyrighted music, guys. But wait, pause it. Play it from the beginning. I want to show you guys this.
It was from the beginning.
I talked to you guys about this. I made a TikTok about this where I said, prepare, because what you're going to see is a fuckload of right-wing content creators, chuds, that are going to be posting screenshots from all sorts of Democratic leaders and politicians when they're waving or addressing the crowd, and they're going to be because since it's impossible to defend what Elon Musk did, they have to refer to whataboutism. It's impossible to defend it, so they go, well, what about when they did it? Right? And now, but here's the thing. They didn't fucking do it. These are the pictures you see spread around, right? I know you've seen the TikToks. Let's just watch just a little bit of background, some context. Here's, is the music still playing? It probably is.
No, it's not playing. It's muted.
I know. We'll keep it.
But
look. Screenshot, freeze frame. Here, she's talking, addressing the crowd. Sharp hands, knife hands, talking about doing something. I don't know what the fuck she said. Oh, this one was when she's saying, no, we will not. We will not go back. We will not go back. Versus that.
Yeah, no.
And here's him giving his heart out to the crowd years ago. Let's play this again, guys. Here's him giving his heart out. Look, you think, are you, come, and the thing is, guys, he's even holding a microphone in this one. He even has something in his hand, and he still did it.
Well, okay. I think what all this comes down to, first of all, I think fascism is clear and out, but also just on a principled basis. How about, hey, I'm anti-oligarch. I swear to God, the MAGA rats would be shitting and crying on the floor if you replace the word Elon Musk with George Soros, and if you replace the name Donald Trump with Joe Biden.
Of course.
All of them, they'd be shitting and crying on the floor. And just because it's okay if it's our $4 billionaire. If he's on our team,
they're in a
everything's
cult.
fine. And that's the thing. You also have to be principled. And we need to overturn Citizens United to get people like him out of our elections. You need to say, yes, the Democrats need to as well.
Yes,
and
I don't give a fuck what side you're on. If you're a billionaire, you should not be able to donate tens of billions of dollars to a politician in order for them to start spewing bullshit that is going to help your profit margins rise. Fuck you.
Ties to Citizens United. And if money is speech, then it literally says that people who have more money have more speech than Americans, and
it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it. We're gonna wrap it up in a second. I want to just listen to a little bit more of his speech.
You guys should be optimistic, excited, and preserve German culture, and protect the German people, and and there's some other things that I think would be very helpful too, which is I think you want more self-determination for Germany and for the countries in Europe, and less from Brussels. That's my opinion. I think there's too much.
Brother.
But you're in a European Union.
Germany has more control over the EU than like any other European.
One of the richest ones?
Yes.
Well, besides Switzerland.
What do you mean?
Is Switzerland in NATO?
NATO? No. I don't think Switzerland's in NATO.
Actually,
go ahead,
I think
type
they
it
are.
in. Right.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh, Palisades fire.
Yeah. How about?
Is Switzerland in NATO? I know they're in the EU, right?
Not a member.
Yeah, they're not a
of
member
NATO.
of NATO.
Is Switzerland in the EU? Okay.
Yes.
So they're part of the EU, but they're.
Yes, they're part of the.
Switzerland
Oh, they're not in the EU. Huh.
They're not in the EU.
Okay. Regardless. Fuck Switzerland.
No, Switzerland has a history of literally almost negligibly staying neutral.
Yes, they always do.
That's kind of why, like, you watch the Jordan Belfort movie. They don't honor any financial
during World War II, they
laws.
fucking took money from the Nazis. They didn't care. But what I'm saying is, he's talking about how Germany needs self-determination away from the EU. Meanwhile, Germany has more control over the EU than most European nations. This is complete bully spewing.
I think the UK has more.
But he didn't bring up the UK. He brought up Brussels. He's not even. Also, he already has a vice grip control over the UK.
Even though Brexit happened, I still think the UK does it more control over the EU. But I digress. You can Click play for
bureaucracy from Brussels, too much control from sort of global elite, and when I've given talks at these sort of global government conferences, what
Wait
I
a
say
minute.
should be
Too much. You're global elite. You are the global elite. The fuck, and you're giving a speech.
Brussels, too much control from sort of global elite, and when I've given talks at these sort of global government conferences, what I've said is there should be less global government. There should be more determination by individual countries, so I very much hope that that the AFD does well, and that Alice Beadle does become chancellor. I think that would be very good for Germany, and I think it's very important. I hope that German people unite and strongly support AFD. Go.
Okay, here's the thing. Last point I want to make, guys. Why the fuck does anyone care what Elon Musk says?
Because he's the richest man in the world, and that's the whole thing.
But this is like a guy from South Africa who seemingly has full control of the U.S. government. He's got a vice grip over UK's parliament.
That's why he's care about.
Now he's interfering in Germany's government. He's in control. He's got the lights on in Ukraine because of Starlink. This guy is taking over the world.
Well, that's the other thing is he has too much power. And I actually think if he were an electable president, he would have more limitations because it would be a government of checks and balance.
Right.
Instead, first of all, now he has compromised the president of the United States. Of course, there's not going to be antitrust lawsuits against his companies, right? So then also he's going to be able to oversee the departments that give him government grants and award him government contracts.
Anybody
so now he can oversee that.
If somebody audits him, he'll just say, "You're not efficient. You're not government efficient. You're getting cut. Your job is gone."
I'm telling you, the biggest story of 2025 is going to be the Elon, and that's the other thing. If
Elon Musk's shadow government is the biggest story.
But if Elon Musk pisses off Donald Trump too much and makes Donald Trump's approval go down, Donald Trump is the only person who could take down Elon Musk.
Well,
He's
thing
the
is,
only
if
person
Trump turned on Elon would then turn back because Elon's like bitches on Twitter all the time.
If you go Trump versus Elon,
I don't know who MAGA would choose. I don't know.
Absolutely Trump.
I think a lot of them would choose.
Yeah, a lot of them would. That's the new MAGA versus the old MAGA. Yeah. See, this is the thing: is MAGA is
the girls are fighting.
No, hold on. MAGA is now not the the anti-establishment.
They are the establishment.
Right.
They are the establishment.
But now you can see the infighting and the civil war between the MAGA wing of the party, the Vivek Ramaswamy wing of the party, and also
Vivek was dropped from the Doge department.
Yeah, and that's because of fucking Elon. And also you could see how people turned on Elon on Vivek immediately. But Vivek's also a fucking idiot because he just scrutinized. He literally talked shit about the entire like white American culture of the working class,
and then appease to them.
And yeah, but that's a different tangent. The war of the Trumpers versus the
actual Republicans
versus the Musks. No, not the actual Republicans.
About the Musks.
The Jeb Bush and the Liz Cheney, the Mitt Romneys, they're all gone. They've been excommunicated. It is now either are you a Trump loyalist or are you an Elon Musk loyalist who jumped on the Trump bandwagon?
Yeah.
And that look, I'm not rooting for any of them. Duke it out. But I believe the only person powerful enough to take down Elon is Donald Trump. If he publicly embarrasses him, because Elon is so embarrassing and will implode on Twitter. Look at how he responds to people's tweets already. If Donald
talking about gaming, even call him out for gaming, and he takes away your verified check mark.
That's the other thing, dude. Like, don't pretend that you're the biggest. Anyway, whatever. I digress.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up, guys, because this is already almost a half an hour long. If you're still here, thank you very much. Listen, guys, drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. Tell me your favorite fucking color.
Fuck Elon.
Yeah, fuck Elon Musk. Support Elon Musk. I love you. Have a good one.